what is up, guys? It's your boy Brennan from BD Gaming, and welcome to the podcast. So, we're gonna do this probably once a month, and it's gonna be about an hour segment or so. This one is probably gonna be about half an hour, just because, I just don't want the first one to be too long. I want to see how this one does, and hope you guys like it. This is kind of a big risk, because normally longer videos don't do very good on YouTube. But anyway, I am here with my boy
AT Gaming.
Yeah, alright, so for those of you who don't know who he is, which you should, I think he's got some pretty good videos. Alright, he only has one video up right now. He's not at that many subs, but dude, go check him out, alright? At AT Gaming. You should see it. He looks weird. He has a weird icon. He's like explosions in the background. He's got some MLG glasses on. So yeah, it's pretty dope and nasty. So today we're just gonna talk video games, cause that's all this podcast is about. Video games. All right, so Ashton, as a gamer, what would you say your favorite game of all time is? Just out of everything. It could be for the Xbox 360. It could be for the Wii, for all I care.
I really love these games, but it's either Call of Duty or third-person games. COD.
Specific.
COD's my favorite.
All right, if we're talking about COD, which COD would be your all-time favorite out of every single Call of Duty there is?
Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2, yeah, I agree with you on that one. So anyway, now we're kind of just going to go into a little bit of a discussion. We're just going to talk about some games that haven't been released yet and stuff like that. Alright, so first of all, I think we have to talk about Infinite Warfare because, it's just my opinion, but the game doesn't look very good. I'm not impressed with the trailer. I think Infinite Warfare looks kind of trashed.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's literally Modern Warfare 2. StarCraft.
Yeah, it's literally, it looks like it could be the next Halo. Halo Battlefront. That's basically Infinite Warfare. Which gets me wicked upset, cause
then there's giving you COD 4 with better graphics.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think that's cool and all, but to be honest, you're just gonna be spending extra money, and then you're just gonna have Infinite Warfare, and if you didn't even want the game, they're not gonna have anything to do with it. So in my eyes, you know what? Go to GameStop, buy regular COD 4 if you really like it, because it's not even gonna have all the maps. You probably have to pay for them extra. Just go buy a regular COD 4. You can probably get it for $15, maybe even 10 at GameStop. It'll probably just be go to the used games things, and you know what I mean? Yeah. All right. So the next game I want to talk to you about. I don't know if you've seen anything about this, but have you seen any gameplay or anything for Resident Evil 7?
Oh my god. My uncle plays this crap.
Yo, dude, Resident Evil 7, in my opinion, actually looks pretty cool. It's definitely they definitely went with a different style from the last Resident Evil. It's not a third person anymore, which I actually thought was cool. It's more of
we have to get that game.
Yeah, it's more of it's more of more first person horror and kind of watch your back type thing.
Yeah, and all I hear right now is things falling down.
Yeah, so I mean the trailer was okay. It's the trailer. The demo was okay. It was free on PS4, so I actually got to play it at my friend's house. So I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't it was definitely different. I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
But I think it was cool. I mean, a lot of it wasn't really jump scares, so it didn't really scare me that much.
Yeah.
But I still thought overall it looked pretty good.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so I mean, it was that. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever saw. I mean, it definitely could have been better. I know it's still a demo and stuff, but at least put one or two good jump scares in there to kind of get people going.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, just before I move on to anything else, I just want to know, is there any games that are coming out soon that you're really pumped for?
I'm probably just gonna get, but I'm mostly pumped for if there's gonna be a new Halo.
Oh, really? You're going with Halo now? I mean, I'm who
Halo's
knows?
Pretty good.
All right, dude, you're talking about new releases and you didn't talk about this. All right, let's talk about Battlefield 1.
Oh yeah.
Alright, dude, I've been a COD fan forever. Like, sure, I do have
Hardline's my most favorite.
I do have Battlefield Hardline, and I do have Battlefield 4. I don't really play them that much, but still, So I mostly stick with like all the Call of Duties and the Call of Duty franchise. But oh my god, dude, I am psyched for Battlefield 1, dude. It looks wicked nice. I think it's definitely a step up from Hardline graphics wise. It looks like it's gonna have. It looks like it's really gonna have just like it's gonna get people's attention. The trailer like already has us all psyched, which I think is good. Might be a step in the right direction for the Battlefield franchise because like with Infinite Warfare dropping and it having over 2 million dislikes, it's the second most disliked video on YouTube right now, which is insane. Like just think about that. So for all we know, we could be taking a turn and. It might not. It could be good or it could be bad. For all those like major COD fans who are like, I hate Battlefield, only COD. It could be bad for them. But those like people who are rooting Battlefield, it could be good for them. And then those people in the middle, they can be like, all right, well I'll still have the older COD games to look back on, and I'll have the new Battlefields that I can always be playing. So who knows? Maybe this is just one slip up from David Vonderhaar and Treyarch and Infinity Ward and all them. Maybe it's one mistake. Though who knows? Maybe the next game they'll start going back in time instead of keep moving forward. Because we all know that the campaign is going to take us to space, which I don't think is a good idea at all. Maybe Battlefield 1. Maybe it has all this hype around it. Who knows? Maybe when the game is actually released, people will hate it. Who knows? Maybe when Infinite Warfare is related. Maybe when Infinite Warfare is released, it'll be great. It will be great. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be better than Battlefield 1.
Yeah, and people like us, like me and you, who are kind of in the middle here, it's good either way. Like, all right, we can still look back on our old CODs. Oh, look, new Battlefields. Hooray, it's good for everybody, except for the people who are only on one side. So I think everybody should just kind of come to the middle. I think that would make life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Because I played Destiny 2, and that's a good game. I think that's a good game, too.
Yeah, I own most of the games you're talking about. So the next thing I kind of want to talk to you about is, alright, this is the last, like, new game that we're going to be talking about, but have you seen the trailer for Injustice 2?
Oh, yeah. You're just talking, when I called you earlier, you told me about that.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I played the first Injustice. I liked it, but the only problem with it was, like, once you finish the campaign and once you like start to play online for so long, the game kind of gets stale. They didn't really, in my eyes, go like the Mortal Kombat route where they were releasing DLCs for it to kind of keep the game fresh and keep it going. So I'm kind of hoping they kind of like bring that into the new Injustice.
Yeah, I know.
Because, like, you don't want your, like, sure, like, that game sold like crazy. I thought it was amazing. But then, once your game gets stale, like, people, like, you don't want your game to go stale after a few months, or, like, if your game lasts a year, and then just after that, no sales. Like, I mean, sure, a year is still, like, a decent amount of time, but, like, think about it. Alright, Black Ops 3 was released last year, and think about how good it's still doing. And it's because they keep adding things to the game. Like, for a little while, for like a month or so, like, COD Black Ops 3, it went through, like, a stale period, but then it came back. It brought us contracts. Alright, it brought us the weapon bribes for the people with the season pass. It brought us new maps.
It also brought, Blackjack.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I have him. It could have been better. They could have done different things with the character. But, I mean, it was okay, I guess.
Blackjack does suck, though.
Yeah, it's not as good. Like, it's not as good as everybody was hyping it up to be. Which actually kind of brings us into our next topic. And I thought we would talk about Overwatch for a minute. Because, I don't know if you knew, but, before, like, the game was actually released and they were kind of teasing the game, like, the character Tracer actually had, like, a lot of drama behind it.
Yeah,
behind it, no pun intended. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Basically what happened, if you guys don't know what Tracer, is that all the poses for Tracer, it was like showing off her. So people thought that was really messed up, but and then once the game was actually released, people were still mad. They were saying the game was overhyped, and that it got all this hype and the game didn't even live up to expectations. That's what a lot of people were saying. But I don't really know. I've seen some people play it. Like some bigger YouTubers have played it. Like Jacksepticeye has played it. People always say how he's bad at it, but I mean, it's like
Overwatch is technically like Team Fortress 2.
it actually kind of does. It does remind me of Team Fortress 2 because of like the style of it. Yeah, I mean, I think the game is like, it's definitely an interesting concept of a game, and I think it's like, me myself personally, I have only played the game once, but when I played it, I had a fun time. It can definitely make you rage sometimes, but I try not to think about that part when I'm playing it. But I don't really think it was, I think it might have been overhyped a little bit, but like, not like drastically overhyped. Like, I wouldn't even say overhyped. I'd say like, maybe just like, it didn't, like, just that tiny bit could have been added more to make the game like really live up to what everybody was saying when like trailers were dropping and it was announced. Is something a little like, alright, it's a little weird, so I don't know, we're kind of gonna just stop talking about gaming just for a second, and we're just gonna talk about this. So basically what happened is, first of all, this has been going on for a while. People have just been randomly getting unsubscribed from people they are subscribed to. And another thing is, for like a week, a bunch of people lost their verification on YouTube, which I thought was pretty weird. I was like,
Hackers.
I don't know. I don't know if it has something to do with like how YouTube is changing the terms of service. So maybe they are like starting to do that, and that like messed something up. But I don't know. I just thought we would just talk about this for a minute and just kind of take away from talking about all the gaming crap. So the next thing I want to ask you is, for a little while, let's just talk about the Xbox One S.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion on that whole situation?
It's basically the same thing as the Xbox One, but just a little smaller.
Yeah, but one thing that I can say is that I think it's pretty cool how they're adding an extra terabyte of internal storage, so it's not like sure, you could get 2 hard drives for the regular Xbox One, but with this one you can get a 2 terabyte hard drive like for it.
Yeah.
Like you can buy a version of the Xbox that already has 2 terabytes, which like me personally, I have the Xbox One and I have 1 terabyte of storage, and it works pretty well, but you know, sometimes you just like, you got a lot of games, especially me, because my channel's my YouTube channel is normally all gaming, so you gotta have a few games laying around.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, dude, why? Oh my god, dude, it's the iPhone all over again. Which I actually shouldn't even be saying that because I have the iPhone 6s. But like, I was like that. But I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll sell well, and maybe even if it doesn't, like, they're still making money from the Xbox One.
Wait.
Alright, so yeah, like I was saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're still making money off of the Xbox One, so I mean, it's like, it doesn't really matter like if this doesn't sell too well. I mean, sure, they might have put money into like the production of it, but like in the end they'll probably make all the money back if it doesn't sell very well from just the Xbox One and all the games and everything that's being released for it and stuff. So who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the next thing about the Xbox One is, did you see how they were like in the trailer, like they made it look like really sleek. I like the way it was done. But like, but I mean, like the first point they really brought up was just that it wasn't as big, and I don't really think that was a problem for any people, because I still think like the size of the regular Xbox One is still like, you can still bear with it. Like, it's not like it's it's not like it's giant or anything. Like, I'd say it's like roughly the same size as the Xbox 360.
It's like 90% smaller.
I think it said, like, in the trailer, I think it said, like, 40% smaller, I believe. But, like, I feel like the Xbox One is around the same size as the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 was definitely a little bit thicker. Once there's a newer console, like, a full-blown, like, has all these new features, do you think, like, after that, they're gonna move on to a next console, or they're gonna kind of, like, go along? Like, say the next one, they call it the Xbox 2, which they probably, obviously won't. But, like, let's just say the Xbox 2 comes out. Everybody loves it, and then they make an Xbox 2S. Do you think that's what they would do? Or do you think they're gonna just, nope, alright, let's go on to the Xbox 3?
I think they'll make the 2S, then the 3, then the 3S, then the 4S, then the 5.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to think about it. Okay, like I think what they should do instead is like maybe instead of like making a whole new console like that, maybe just like release hard drives that can hold 2 terabytes, and then you can make. In the end, they probably make money off of that, and then like make like better wireless controllers and stuff like that. Sell those. If like I mean, sure, the slimmer Xbox could be good for some people that are kind of like don't have room, but for most of us, it's not really an issue.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I hope you guys have been enjoying this. We have sadly reached the end part of the podcast, but I'm going to end it off talking about something that is definitely something of interest, and that's backwards compatibility for the for the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One. And I think it would be like, obviously we do have some like 360 games you can play on the Xbox One, like just recently Black Ops 1, you can play that on the One now. Is there any games that aren't on there yet that you'd like to see get on there soon?
Modern Warfare 2.
I'm actually not like, yeah, they should definitely like take some of the older CODs, because those are the things that people love, and make them backwards compatible, because all they really have to do is put like a patch into their system that'll recognize the game and say like, yeah, you can play this. So yeah, I think that would be cool. And then one last thing that kind of goes along with that is, do you think that like cross console playing, like online, like say one person's on the Xbox One and one person's on the PlayStation 4, do you think they should be able to like play in the same game while they're on two different consoles? Like, do you think that the two onlines should mix?
Say your best friend had the PS4, but you want to get the X1. Yep. They're not really that different, so you should be able to play together.
Yeah, I think like it would be a cool idea. It would definitely be a cool idea, because like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like they're like, alright, like, sure, they're kind of rivals. Like, they have like two different consoles, and they're both huge empires with the whole gaming console thing. Like, they blew Nintendo out of the water. But like I don't think like, maybe they think like, oh, now everybody's gonna think we support each other, and that, oh my god, we're best friends, and that like PlayStation and Xbox are gonna like make a console together and stuff. So I think maybe that's like what they're thinking. Like, maybe like if we make like online compatibility, where if you're on PlayStation or on an Xbox, you can play. Maybe people will get like too familiar with the idea and always like associate us together now instead of two separate companies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright guys, so that's where I'm going to end the podcast today. If you like these kind of podcasts, then please smash the like button and tell me in the comments if you want the podcast to be hour-long segments or just like 20 to a half an hour segments like this was. And yeah, also please go check out AT Gaming. I think he's a really funny guy. Some new videos should be coming up on his channel soon. So yeah, and also he's also going to be interviewing me for his channel. So yeah, just wait for that video to come out. So if you like this, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and like I said, check out AT Gaming. You have anything you have to say before we end this podcast?
Let's see if this video can hit 20 likes.
Alright, 20 likes. That's the like goal for today. Alright, that's all my time, guys. Peace out.